Hey guys, this is Chase with Ethical Trading. This video is intended to be a very brief intro on what to do when you first join the Ethical Trading Discord. There's separate videos that will cover all the different channels within, so this is meant to be a very short video because when you first join Discord, it can be a bit overwhelming if you've never used Discord before. Ultimately though, this is the web interface. There's also a desktop app and a mobile app which look very similar. The steps should be the same, it might just look a little bit different on your screen. What we have here is your landing page and your server guide. So the first thing you do when you get here is you're going to see you need to read and accept the rules. You visit the Getting Started channel, which will talk you through or walk you through some things that you can do. Then you can join us in the lounge. There's lots of channels over here on the left hand side. There's some intro and video information within the Getting Started channel on how to mute different categories and channels. But ultimately, once you land here, you can see that you've been tagged, for instance, on the welcome log page. As mentioned, this is a test account that I have created so that we can actually see it. You can see here though that I don't really have anything else additional, so I'll go back over here to the server guide. I'm going to read and accept the rules. It's important that to get verified and get access to things within the Discord, you read all the rules, which is the very common things like we are not an investment advisory. Everything here is just sharing information with one another to better learn and improve across our financial journey. Once you've read the rules, you'll click the green checkbox to verify. I'm going to ask you to do this. You're going to mark you have read the rules and click submit. Go ahead and click verify again. See that incremented by 1 once I did that. That's going to give you the role that you need to be able to see and do things within the other channels. Next, it's going to tell you to go to the Getting Started channel. There's lots of things within this. It's more of a reference point for you to go back to. There's a high-level overview of some of the channels that are available in the free Discord. Just to clarify as well, all of these channels you see on the left side are available within the free Discord. There's also a Patreon Discord subscription. There's access to that you can obtain that has additional Patreon only channels. That being said, it's not a requirement whatsoever. You can see here that this says no access. It's an overview for some of those channels within the Patreon. You can disregard that. An important thing I do want to call out, because there are lots of spammers, imposters, and scammers within the internet realm, especially with Discord and trading groups, is always make sure if you receive a message, a private message from someone that looks like they are trying to portray themselves as myself, Ethical Trader, or as a mod or admin within the Discord server, that you are ensuring that it is actually me by clicking on the name on the person in the message and confirming that these dates are what you see. If it's a newer date or a different date than what you see here, they're an imposter and they're fake. Normally they'll try to change their name by adding some symbols or a slightly different name, but this is how you can confirm whether it's me. If I'm ever going to message you, I can almost guarantee you I'm going to tag you in the lounge channel and say, hey, I'm sending you a message so that you know it is me. As mentioned, there's some details here. One thing I will recommend for everyone, just to make sure that you don't accidentally have some channels hidden, is go into for settings up here, go to show all channels and click this checkbox. That's going to make sure that you have visibility and access to all channels that you have permissions for within the server. If there's new channels added, then you'll get visibility into those. If you don't click that checkbox, you may not see channels that get added after your join date. As you can see here, there's also a link to the free trial for the Patreon membership if that is something you want to access. I'll do a separate video on some of the extra channels and benefits that come with that. But as mentioned earlier, this video was meant to be how do I get into Discord, how do I use it from a basic standpoint, and then lastly, how do I join the discussion in Lounge. The Lounge channel is one of our most active channels. This is where you can see people are commenting and discussing all day. You don't have to hang out in here all day. I know people have day jobs. What I would recommend is when you have time, feel free to check in, see how conversations are going. Feel free to ask questions here. This is a great place for people to learn from one another as well as share information. There's no such thing as a stupid question. People often learn based off of what's being discussed in the conversations. So it's a fantastic place to learn from others as well as share what you have learned across your journey. Again, I'll cover some other details in separate videos, but wanted to do a brief overview very quickly so that people knew how to get started.